Question is, what is crystal field splitting energy and how does the magnitude of delta not decide the actual configuration of d orbitals in a coordination entity? Answer is, it is known as the degenerated d orbital split into two levels, Eg and T2G. The splitting of the degenerate levels due to the presence of ligands is called as crystal field splitting, and the energy difference between the two levels, Eg and 2Tg, is called the crystal field splitting energy. Short form of it is CFSE. The CFSE is denoted by delta naught. So after split, okay, I will just give you a small example, and I will just explain what is T2G and EG. Basically, just consider these five d orbitals. These all are here. Okay. What happens is that this is one level, this is another level. Now this is EG, this is T2G. What happens is that these are the d orbitals. Okay, these are the d orbitals. So two d orbitals are known as Eg. Okay, so what two orbitals are known as Eg? Basically, d x square minus y square, comma d z square. What are T2G? The rest of them, like dxy, dxz, and dyz. Okay. These three are degenerate. Okay, T2G are degenerate, and these two EG are degenerate with each other. Okay, they have the same energy. And what happens is that there is an energy, as you can easily see, there is an energy difference between these two. What is this energy difference? This energy difference is known as crystal field splitting energy. Difference between the energies of EG and T2G is known as delta T naught, which is crystal field splitting energy. Okay, so it is denoted by delta naught. So after splitting of orbitals, the filling of electron starts after one electron has been filled in each of the three T2G orbitals. So basically, let me yeah, consider this as a d orbital. We know that it has, right. So what happens is that first we will fill, suppose there are three electrons. Firstly, we will fill three electrons like this. Now, what happens is that the fourth electron can enter the Eg orbital with the configuration of T2G3. These are the T2G orbitals. First three are T2G, then last two are Eg. Okay. The fourth electron can enter the Eg orbital T2G3 Eg1 like electronic configuration, or the pairing of the electrons can take place in the T2G orbital T2G4 Eg0 like configuration. See, it can possibly go in two ways. First of all, it can go into this orbital. This is the first case. What will be the second case? I'll just draw again. What is its configuration? It is T2G3 and Eg1. Draw again. Okay. These are similar, three electrons. Now, if the pairing of electron can take place, then it will not go in the fourth orbital, which is the Eg orbital. It will pair up into the T2G orbital only. So this will be the configuration as shown here as T2G4 Eg0 like configuration. So, okay, I will just erase this. Now, if the CFSE value of delta naught value of a ligand is less than the pairing energy, then the electrons must enter into the Eg orbital. And if the delta naught value of a ligand is more than the pairing energy, then the electron will enter the T2G orbital. Just remember this much, that this relation delta naught is, if delta naught is greater than the pairing energy, I will just denote it by P. So if the delta naught value of a ligand is more than the pairing energy, it will enter the T2G orbital. The pairing will take place, okay? T2G. And if the delta naught is less than P, then the electron will enter the EG orbital, which means T2G3 and EG1. And in this case, it will be T2G4, EG0.